Right now on Up with KREM, a new sports stadium could be coming to downtown Spokane. Today, the Downtown Spokane Partnership will share news on that proposal.
Plus, small businesses in Washington could get some relief from the government. Today, we'll tell you how a one-time waiver will help restaurants, wineries, breweries, distilleries, and other businesses across the state.
And this morning, I want to hear from you. Spokane police are halting arrests for simple drug possessions after a Washington Supreme Court ruling. Do you agree with the changes? Vote in my live Twitter poll right now. 86% are saying yes. I'm breaking down what that means coming up.
And we're taking you outside. If you liked yesterday, I've got great news for you. Today is shaping up to be fantastic.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us here on Up with KREM as we kick off our Tuesday morning. After years of working under an expired contract, the City Council unanimously approved a new Spokane police contract. Now the Police Guild must approve that deal. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward took to social media last night to share her thoughts.
This contract is a result of people setting aside their differences, really listening to each other, and exchanging ideas to reach agreement.
The total cost of the contract is just over $9 million, but the good news is the city says taxpayers will not see an increase. We're going to take a closer look at the deal the City Council passed last night in our next half hour of Up with KREM. And of course, Jen, that comes after 4 years of waiting for something like this to come through.
Yeah, so we'll go into more detail about what the public can expect to see from that contract here coming up in a few minutes. But in the meantime, boy, it's going to be a beautiful day outside. We enjoyed some sunny, warm weather yesterday, and more's on the way.
Yeah, you know, I did that just for Dana Marie.
Thank you.
We've got a little cloud cover as we kick things off this morning. Looking out to the west, I can see the sun trying to break out. And looking out to the east, I can actually see a stark line of clouds and then blue sky on the other side. So it is shaping up to be another sunny start to the day. We just got to get rid of some morning clouds. Temperatures staying mild though because of some of that cloud cover. Can that plane just quiet it down a little? Can someone ask them? Hey, please. Temperatures in the mid-30s with a mix of clouds and sun this morning. Our first little round of clouds is going to move out, but you see that second one back behind it? That is eventually going to work its way toward us. The good news is it does look like it is going to fall apart a bit more as it makes its way in. So think a mix of clouds and sun as we head through the day today. Nothing on the futurecast at all. All right. Don't need to watch that. What you do need to know, though, is that temps are going to be mild again today. We're looking at another day with temps topping out right around 50 degrees. And if you like this, if you liked yesterday, I've got great news coming up in the full forecast. It gets even warmer. We're talking potential shorts weather by the end of the week.
Yeah, I think we might see a few flip-flops out there too, Jeremy.
Oh, do I have to? Oh, man, I don't even own flip-flops anymore.
Well, in the Pacific Northwest, we like to call it socks with Birkenstocks, but...
Oh, Birkenstocks. I got some of those. I'll be rocking the Birkenstocks. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm in.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. 7:03 now. Well, today we're expecting to learn more about a proposal for a new sports stadium here in Spokane.
Yeah, here's what we know right now. The Downtown Spokane Partnership, along with other community leaders and partners, will be sharing new developments and details about this proposal. It starts at 11 a.m. We will be there to share any new announcements starting on the KREM 2 News at noon. The Downtown Spokane Partnership will also join us tomorrow on Up with KREM to talk more about that announcement.
After multiple delays, the trial is now underway for the suspect in the Coeur d'Alene 4th of July shooting. That happened back in 2019. 19-year-old Tyler Rambo is accused of pointing a gun at police and firing one shot. Officers returned fire, hitting him 14 times, leaving him permanently disabled. Nicole Hernandez joins us this morning from City Park, where that all unfolded. Hi, Nicole.
Yeah, hi Jen. So back in 2019, I was actually in the same spot on this beach, and even though today this beach is completely empty, that day as you walked the length of the beach, you actually saw personal belongings from people who fled this area as soon as those shots rang out. Now, almost 2 years later, that trial has started. It started yesterday and is expected to continue this morning at 8:30. Now, the person at the center of this trial, of course, is that Tyler Rambo. He pleaded pleaded not guilty to charges of attempted murder and aggravated assault. Rambo lost both of his legs as a result of the shooting. Since the shooting, he has filed a $9 million lawsuit against the city. Opening statements happened yesterday. Prosecutors say their evidence, including the 7 police-worn body cameras from that night, will prove Rambo guilty of the charges. The defense, though, told the jury there is more to what happened than state officials will show.
Brandished that gun, put it in the air, put it down, never dropped the gun, kept it in his hand, paced and turned, and then leveled that gun and shot it at them.
He put it in the air and he fired one shot in the air, hoping to disperse the band of people that's taking life at him.
Now, no Coeur d'Alene police officers have been charged in this case, and they're thinking at this point that Rambo's trial will last at least 2 weeks. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Coming up on 7:06 this morning, time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee is waiving all liquor license fees for businesses. He tweeted this is a one-time waiver. The goal is to provide some financial relief to businesses hit during the pandemic. Now, a license can cost about $100 for beer and wine specialty shops, but it can go up to $2,000 for restaurants. The waivers go into effect in April.
The Washington State Senate has unanimously passed a measure that would create a state office of cybersecurity. That bill was created in response to a security breach that exposed the personal information of over 1 million unemployment claims that were filed last year. Now, this measure would set security policies and develop centralized protocols for managing the state's information technology assets. It also now heads to the House for further consideration.
Rising gas prices across the nation have caught up to Idaho. This morning, AAA reports the average price per gallon of regular gas is up 10 cents. Idaho drivers in some areas, though, are paying 12 to 18 cents more than just 1 week ago. AAA reports rising crude oil prices and abnormally low refinery production are pushing prices higher across the country.
Heads up to drivers in Liberty Lake. Crews from the Department of Transportation will be closing I-90 nightly to remove Harvard Road's bridge barrier. Crews are working to widen Harvard Road. Eastbound I-90 will be closed from 11 p.m. To 5 a.m. That happened last night into this morning, tonight, and tomorrow. Westbound I-90 will be closed from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. last night as well. There will be continued detours in place for drivers, but travelers are encouraged to find other routes to prevent delays.
The search for Spokane's new city flag is coming to an end. The Spokane Flag Commission selected 12 finalists. In the first week of April, the public will vote for the winning design. Voters, though, will need to have a Spokane Library card. You can register for one on SpokaneLibrary.org. And that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Well, this morning we are getting our first look at a new interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They talked to Oprah on why they left their royal duties.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Now, that is a story you will only see this Sunday on KREM 2, but up ahead, we're giving you a sneak peek at that exclusive interview.
And this morning, we do want to hear from you. Washington State says police departments are halting arrests for simple drug possession after a Washington Supreme Court ruling. Do you agree with the changes? We're going to take a look at the responses next, 86%, and how this court case is tied to Spokane.